Thanks for listening to this episode of the Write.Publish.Market podcast. I know just how busy business owners and CEOs' schedules are, and I'm grateful you've taken some time out of yours to spend with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, take a quick screenshot and share it on social to let others know you're listening. Use the hashtag Write.Publish.Market to spread the love. Hello. Welcome to a special series we're doing here on the Write.Publish.Market podcast, kicking off here in early 2025. It is time for Write.Publish.Market, the book, to be revised for a new edition of Write.Publish.Market. The second edition I released in 2019, which honestly feels like a lifetime ago in the self-publishing, hybrid publishing book world. Less so as far as traditional publishing goes, but I know a lot of you listeners, a lot of you are choosing self-publishing and hybrid publishing as your plan A, as your number one option, because it affords business owners, authors, but business owners writing books especially, that control factor. You're controlling the content, you're controlling the timeline, you're controlling everything about the project. And when you're using a book as a marketing asset for your business, that makes sense. So it's not surprising to me how many business owners come to me saying that that is their plan A, not, I couldn't get a traditional book publishing deal, and so I'm going to self-publish, which is how it used to be, honestly, 10, 15, 20 years ago. But that is absolutely not the case anymore. That's not the case for me either. Self-publishing is my plan A. That's my choice as well. So 2019 feels like a really long time ago, and a lot has changed. Unless you've written an evergreen content type of book, your book is going to need to be revised someday, right? And I've talked about this on the podcast before. I talk about this on social media, on my website, et cetera. There are some clear signposts that it's time to revise your book. And two of them are, something in the industry has changed and there's new information available. And that is absolutely the case here, because my second edition of Write.Publish.Market from 2019, I don't think it even mentions AI as far as how it's going to work with the book publishing world. So this is obviously something we've talked about on the podcast before. You can check out episodes 126, 168. I will link them in the show notes. We've talked about what AI looks like as far as the book publishing world is concerned, how to use AI in your book publishing project without using it, to write your book. That's not ethical in the book publishing world. As more and more publishers, though, and distributors, including Amazon, are taking a stance on AI generated work, it's important that that is something that's covered in Write.Publish.Market. I mean, it's just full stop. So that's one piece that needs to be revised. Hey there, business owner and aspiring or published author. Sorry to interrupt this episode. Just wanted to check in and see if you're subscribed to Coffee and Commas, my email newsletter, where I share behind the scenes, industry info, and much more about writing, publishing, and marketing a book for your business. Sign up at bit.ly/coffee and commas sign up. That's all lowercase. Now back to the show. And then also just, so many things have grown and evolved and changed in the industry. There are so many better print on demand options now as far as paper quality, multiple trim sizes, all of that sort of thing. The industry attitude toward Amazon and some of those big players in this distribution world has really changed over the last few years, especially, I would say. Hybrid publishing has really sort of stepped into its own, and I think will continue to grow into a bigger and bigger piece of the market. The IBPA, Independent Book Producers Association, has standards now for self-publishing, for hybrid publishing, that really allows business owners and other self-publishing, hybrid publishing authors, to make sure that their books are indistinguishable from traditionally published books on a bookshelf and when you're holding it in your hand as a consumer. And that's what we want. We want a professional looking product that we can use as a marketing asset in our business. So, I've talked about some of those things before. I'm going to link these episodes in the show notes too, but you can check out episode 113 or episode 150 of the Write.Publish.Market podcast. So all that to say, it is time for the third edition, and it's going to be happening in 2025. So we're going to be having a special series here on the podcast. I'm going to do some accompanying videos along with it, taking you along for the ride of what this process is going to look like. It's something my clients ask for a lot is, more behind the scenes, like show me what it really looks like. But a lot of people don't want to share that information when they're in the middle of doing their book project, which I totally 100% understand and respect. But now that I'm going to be doing a book revision, I'm certainly open to sharing that process. So I'm going to be doing that throughout early spring. This is a Q1 2025 project for me. So feel free to hold me accountable if you do not see a book coming soon. I don't know that it will be published in Q1, but the writing revision at least, will be happening in Q1. So I hope that you will join me for the ride. If you have questions about anything or there's anything you'd like to see, I hope that you will let me know. Reach out and let me know. I'm happy to make this process as interactive as people would like it to be. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting updated information into readers' hands. I'm looking forward to sharing the behind the scenes, pulling back the curtain of what my process is going to look like. I know it's a little bit different for everybody, but I also love behind the scenes things. And then, let's enjoy the ride and see where it goes. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next episode of this special series. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Write.Publish.Market podcast. I know just how busy business owners and CEOs' schedules are, and I'm grateful you've taken some time out of yours to spend with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, take a quick screenshot and share it on social to let others know you're listening. Use the hashtag WritePublishMarket to spread the love.